several years and going back and forth, he found this cat. So it kept him company while his wife was away, and then she eventually came back. Well, their son Morak lives in the Golden Fields, and as you guys can see here, the Golden Fields is a pretty short distance away from Nightstone. Up to the north, I'm going to move the arrow. This is Tribor. It's along the long road as well. And then the furthest distance place to travel is Bryn Shander, which is all the way up near the spine of the world, and this is the area of Icewind Dale, and where one of the most famous trilogies, the Icewind Dale trilogy, occurred. So there are 3 locations, and Morak has told you that whatever location you want to inform the relatives of, that he will take care of the other 2.
It sounds as though this Golden Fields is the closest in proximity to our current location there, Morak.
It's a nice place. I've actually been to the Golden Fields.
Oh, indeed you have.
Yes, it's a complex of an abbey of sorts to the goddess of agriculture. I had occasion to go there during my duties.
How long do you reckon it would take us?
Well, from here, just a few days. If you travel quickly.
Horseback? Yeah, probably about a week or so horseback.
A week, okay. Although, I must say, going all the way up to Icewind Dale, what an adventure that would be.
It's a bit cold for me, friendless. I don't look forward to it, my friend.
Well, they all move away from Daggerford, so I'm a fan of any of them. The farther, the better.
I don't know, but that adventure though, Nix, come on, someplace you've never seen before.
Well, think about the map. We could actually go to all 3.
Oh, Daggerford,
Golden Fields, and then to Triborg, and then up to the spine of the world, something I've only heard about.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit still intrigued of what happened here with the Giants and the Orcish clan and...
Well, Krusk, I wouldn't worry about a thing. The Giants have come and got what they wanted, a stone of little importance to these people. I doubt they'll be back. As for the other brigands, simply opportunists. They saw defenses down and attacked. I think Nightstone would be as well without us.
I mean, it's not about really about Nightstone, but like, yeah, orcs around. I don't have it on orcs after what happened with me, so
what would be the proper route to go, friendless? You seem really up on the ball, my good man. We've just been bouncing around the countryside and happened to fall into this place, as it were.
I am in a traveling mode, I suppose, but the easiest way for the Golden Fields is simply to find the Desarian River and either take passage if you can find someone, or simply follow it north. Golden Fields is on the other side. The river's quite wide at that point, but not too much of difficulty. There's a ferry that goes from Golden Field across. Shouldn't be much trouble at all. Easy travel.
From there on to Tribor, I suppose.
Yes, all through the Desarian Valley, it's mostly developed. And,
well, my friends, you don't have to go to both places. I will take care of sending messengers to the other 2 locations.
I've already got into adventure mode. Friendless has already persuaded me. We're going to take the world tour. We're going to the damn spine of the world, man. Did you hear that? The spine of the world.
I do know the Desarian River a little bit. I followed it here to where I met all of you from the High Forest.
I approve of this. Let us travel. Hit them all.
At the spine of the world, we'll see the northern lights, I suppose. That would be something.
Alright, I'm so...
Let's Lysander, I can't wait.
Well, I can tell you in the High Forest, when you see them, they are quite beautiful, but, the high forest is beautiful unto itself.
My dear, you look rather fragile. Can you handle the cold climes up near the spine of the world?
I don't know. I've never been farther north than the high forest.
Why
We'll need to
climb?
get you.
All she's got to do is fly. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
We'll need to get her some better cold weather clothing. She's barely wearing anything at all. I think it's rather
Wow.
obscene. Cover yourself, woman. Surely you've got a bear skin or something to throw upon her.
Someone,
Not, we'll
some,
go kill some bears.
someone,
Yeah, and,
mark the game for Nick's told a woman to put on some clothes.
At that point, I say, Nix, you better not unbutton your clothes again. Unbutton your clothes again.
Well, if we get up far north as Franlisk would have us go, I'll probably be putting on clothes, my good man.
Oh, it's quite cold up there, I understand.
Well, once I start casting spells that summon fire and flaming demons, I tend to get hot under the collar, if you follow.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yes, I know. I've had to put out one of your fires so the temple would not go aflame.
I will whisper.
Just collateral damage. Pay it no mind.
I will have to whisper to Francis that we should have to keep an eye on Nix. He keeps talking of these demons. We shall have to keep our eye on him.
I think there's something wrong with his head. He's definitely not a demon lord.
As I overhear that, Dave,
Was
I
he,
clutch my
was he
chest.
injured?
I clutch
Did
my
he take a
chest
blow
and
to
say
the
to
head?
myself, I think the seal is getting weaker. Draven, stop your heretic sayings, my good man.
Oh, you guys are great.
We're gonna go see them all, though. That's friendly. We're gonna do the whole grand tour. We're gonna hit up this Tribor, this Golden Fields, and onward to the spine of the world. Gods be damned.
What?
So all of a sudden, as you guys are talking, you start to hear the table starts to shake in front of you. And you can see that the movement of the juices in your cups are kind of rattling. And then you hear a couple of screams.
I quickly run outside to see what's going on.
Giants! Giants! You can see several of the villagers pointing up towards the sky. And you see this massive cloud. Not a single cloud in the sky except for the one that you see floating towards Nightstone. And
no.
it looks like it has like a tower on top of it. And this is basically what you see as it is floating towards you. And you hear this, everything is starting to rumble.
They're back to bomb us again, guys.
And this giant mage tower that has a big blue wizard hat with gold stars on it is
Somehow
floating.
I don't think the Giants would have a hat like that on their tent.
Oh, by Tears beard, Draven. That can't be a natural occurrence.
Dave,
Giants! Crest?
just got an error that saying it couldn't save that image.
Huh.
They had to restart.
Alright. Everybody else could see it though, right?
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last
Oh, hell yeah,
image,
I definitely see
the
that.
map, I got an error, but it showed the picture.
Okay.
I just got runtime error, unable to save the file. Please restart Fancy Grounds and reset casual launch. Screen before rejoining.
Everybody else is okay? I think it might just be on your edge. And you hear this rumbling. And as this thing comes to a standstill over basically where you're at, where the inn, and where this obelisk was,
I'm gonna grab onto whomever is next to me.
I immediately place myself next to it.
I love it.
Not knowing what else to do, I pull out my sword and shield because I'm like, what else am I going to do?
Okay.
Oh god, he's ready, man.
This giant tower with a blue wizard hat and gold stars is just hovering there. And all of a sudden, all throughout Nightstone, a very thick mist is starting to rise from the ground. And then it starts to kind of swirl in a clockwise motion. And after about 30 seconds of this, and you still have villagers screaming, they're dropping their baskets of fruit. I mean, they are literally screaming, "Oh my God, they're gonna attack us!" This mist starts to form what looks like a stairway. A circular
Do not
stairway.
fear, we shall protect you.
A stairway to heaven. No, but anyway, it's a stairway that's made of mist. And it just continues to whirl up towards the Mage Tower.
I move over to the foot of the stairs to make sure I'm there to meet anything that may be coming down it.
Nothing's coming down it. It looks like the tower's probably about 1,000 feet up in the air as well, and it's just floating there.
I kind of nudge Draven and say, "Am I actually seeing this?"
Well, I'll see if I can tap the stairs with my sword.
Solid as cement, Draven.
So,
Rigby, if
Dave,
you're seeing it, I'm seeing it.
Dave Frantisek has his shield out in front of him, and a small owl appears and takes flight and kind of circles up, and I kind of go into a trance and close my eyes. And I want to see through my familiar and check out the tower. And so he'll do a couple of loops around it to look for any.
How much
any
of a
people.
range do you have, France, with your familiar?
I believe it is one. I don't know. I think maybe it's just 100 feet. I don't
Oh,
have
it's
to-
only 100 feet. I'm sorry.
It might be, yeah. But I'll look that up in the
Let's
spell,
not
but
worry about those rules. Let's just say that your owl,
He'll see
he
what
flies up. Yeah.
Yeah. He can fly as far as he wants, but as far as me looking through his senses.
Oh, I'm
And,
not worried about little ticky-tacky rules. I'm in it for the story, Frant.
That's right.
Okay,
As
so
long
he'll-
as your
he'll
owl
come
doesn't
back
pull
and-
out double, Vorpal weapon plus a 6s, I'm fine.
Well,
I mean,
he
he can
does
do
have
anything
one.
within
Actually,
reality.
Dave, he only has a plus 3 great sword, just one.
It's his talons. His talons are +3.
Oh, the Vorpal sword talons that are coming out, all 6 of them on each claw, right? All right.
So
But don't
after
forget the
he
beak attack.
Did he say owl?
Yeah.
He meant a hydra.
and he'll come and perch back on my shield after his flight.
Okay, so as you're in your trance, Frant.
Frantisek.
So do you want me to call you France or just Frantisac? You gonna make me
Frantisac.
say it? Okay, all right. I'll
You
go
can-
all.
you know what,
No,
it's-
no.
You can call me Frank. It's
Frank,
it's
alright.
the Czech version of the name Frank.
Okay, well, it's
Fine,
whatever you
Dave.
want. I want you to be happy. I don't want you quitting on me or anything like that. So, all right, Frantisac.
Fuck it, let's just call him Franny.
Oh, wow. So we are totally getting off again on another tangent. So your owl, you're in your trance-like state. Your familiar starts to fly. Thinks it's going to fly through one of the clouds, hits the stairs, it's solid as a rock, it kind of flutters a little bit and finishes flying up to the castle. And you see this beautiful multi-level tower. And you can see inside of the windows as you're hovering around this tower, and all you see, well, you see two things. I'm going to tell you see two things. The first thing you see is in the top you see a massive giant. And he is sort of in like a trance-like state, and you can see this beautiful glowing orb in front of him, and he has his hands over it, sort of like he's warming his hands over a fire, you know what I mean? But it's this orb, and he's kind of guiding his hands around this beautiful bluish orb. And on the top, just under the bill of this beautiful wizard hat that's on the top of this castle, you can see that there are several nests that have griffins. And all of a sudden, all of you start to hear a very low rumbling voice, and it says, "I am not here to hurt you, my friends. Take the stairway."
Well, guys, either this is a...
Do not be afraid. I am not here to
This is
hurt
a-
you.
It's either an invitation or an elaborate trap.
So I tell everybody what I saw and just kind of shrug and start hiking up the stairs.
Wait, friend. Okay, he's going.
I'll shrug. I'll shrug and be right behind Francis as he's stepped past me and started going up the stairs. I'm like, eh? And shrug and start going up the stairs also.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow.
I'll follow.
But like, I'm a little bit wary, and
I'm trying not to look down, and I'm praying these stairs stay solid. The more higher up we go, I pray that they stay solid, and I don't look down. I keep looking up.
I look at Garby, and I'm like, tell me you can turn into something that can fly me back down. Should this go south fast, please go.
Rigby looks down to see if there's a bathhouse he could crash through in case he falls.
Worst comes to worst, I can tell you if they're cursing at you in giant.
So you guys are climbing up this 1,000-foot spiral staircase made of fluffy cloud, and it is solid as a rock.
I'm climbing it like on my hands and knees, Dave, so I don't misstep. You know, I'm
Sure.
feeling ahead every time.
You're going to
Sure.
be super tired.
I am holding loosely onto whomever is in front of me. You know,
They're
like
safe
when
for
you're trying
humans
not
to
get
climb.
lost in the crowd, you hold on to like this your friend's T-shirt or something.
You guys takes you quite a little while to climb up these stairs, and as you're climbing up, you can see this tower more distinctful, because the staircase is kind of off to one of the sides of the tower, and there is a very soft cloud-looking walkway or path to this tower. And it is just like you see it now. This thing looks hundreds of feet tall. It is definitely a multi-story tower, and it is, like I said, it is immense. And you kind of, like what you had done with the stairs, Draven, you kind of poke at the walkway that extends across to the tower, and it is just like the stairs, solid as concrete. And you look down, and it is about 1,000 feet down. And you kind of go, whoa, a little bit, and get dizzy. Whoa.
And look quick back up. No, I would not advise doing that, my friends. Let's go. Keep looking straight ahead. Look straight ahead. It's solid. Look straight ahead.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, I look over the edge and I say, oh, a little bit harder than what I used to as a kid.
So there is a...
I'm not going to look down. I get the vertigo. I'm not gonna
Okay. There is a, like I said, as you can see, there is a small courtyard as you're going across this bridge. And as you walk through this walkway, it says, there is a huge giant. It is a cloud giant that is hovering, just hovering, and he hands his hands out, sort of, and then he starts to lower himself to the ground as you guys are walking into the courtyard. And he looks like this, actually. This is what he looks like. Looks like everyone has it except for one person. So, but that's...
I will look at it.
There it is. There you go, Krusk. There you go. You should have it now. So there you go. That's what he looks like. And he says, welcome to my humble abode. My name is Zephyros.
Common or giant?
No, he's speaking in common. Yes, you have.
Okay, all right.
As you guys walk into the court.
For the attack on this town?
No, my friends. I assure you that I am not responsible for this attack. He says, my name is Zephyros, and you are my guests now.
And as if he's lying.
Sure, you can do an insight check. As you guys all walk into the courtyard,
How tall is this dude?
He's a giant. Yeah, he's probably about 30 foot tall. 30, 40 feet tall.
Dave, Fancy grounds crashed on me, so
Oh, no problem. Just get in whenever you can.
Well, met,
Just run the
Zephyros.
patcher before you get back in, too. Run the patcher. So he is definitely a very eccentric-looking cloud giant with wind-swept white hair. He's got a very long and wispy white beard that I am jealous of. And he is wearing a billowy purple robe adorned with gold stars, just like the hat that's on top of the tower.
He
It's
is
matching.
pimp as fuck. He is pimp as a.
He is. And he assures you that I pose no threat to your village below or to you yourselves.
Alright, I just kind of want a little more info there. So this wizard tower is all to his scale too, right? I mean, the fucking
Oh, yeah.
place is like 40 feet tall and the windows as big as shit. All this is huge like him, okay.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So this wizard hat looks like a freaking mountain from where I
Yeah.
see it.
And he finishes, he, like I said, he was levitating down to the ground of the courtyard. And it's beautiful grass, and these flowers are almost as tall as you are and whatnot, And he says, I would like to talk to you, and he says, I've been having these strange visions, but everything seems right. And he kind of closes his eyes, and he opens them another time or two, and then he says, I've been trying to contact the other outer planes. I'm trying to help the giants set things right. I've been using my magic, and it seems my magic has been, and he kind of puts his hand on his face and rubs his eyes a little bit, and he says, a couple of times my magic has made me go insane. But after recovering from this madness, it seems that my visions have led me to this small town that you call Nightstone below you. I promise that I have nothing to do with this cloud giant attack that was on your settlement. I do know of the giants that did attack you, but it was not me. I actually hold you small folk in high regard, much higher than most other giants.
Well, Gabby steps forward. She says, "Well, I am pleased to meet you. Gaia has informed me last night that my name is Vivian of the High Forest. You have a beautiful garden here. I'd shake your hand, but I can't reach that high."
He gets down on one knee, and he gets right in front of all of you and gets down on a knee, and he says, "It is well met, Vivian." And you can see that he has a huge smile come across his face. And he says, "My name is Zephyros," and he goes, "Welcome to my humble abode."
It is quite beautiful here.
Wait a minute, who's Vivian? I've never met Vivian. Is she a friend of yours, Gabby?
Gaia informed me during the night that is my new name.
Oh yeah, she did tell me that she spoke to Gaia last night. You were drunk, Nick, so you weren't
She spoke to
aware.
Gaia. How does your guy Tyr feel about that? That's blasphemy, right? Draven informed me on this.
Actually,
Nick.
Gaia
Quiet,
and
Nick.
Tyr are good friends.
Vivian, what a lovely name. Nice to meet you. I'm called Nick, so I kind of proffer my hand to fucking this person I've been with for 3 or 4 months.
He sticks his finger down too, and he shakes your hand with his finger, just like he had done with Vivian as well. He says, "Well met, Nix.
So you know these people that drop these rocks?
I know of them.
Zephyros,
We should not go and call them friends of mine. Not all cloud giants are friends. With one another, anyways. And who are you?" And he looks towards you, Frantisek.
I I introduce myself. Mighty Zephyros, we're grateful for your arrival. If for no other reason that we learned the truth of this attack, the settlers below are shocked that they were assaulted in such a way and know not why. Can you tell us who has done this deed and for what purpose?
Their obelisk has been taken from them.
I think that could be part of the reason why I was led here. And he does have a huge smile on his face as you introduce yourself as well, Frantisek. And he says, Who are you, little one? And he points over towards Krusk. What is your name?
I'm Krusk. How much I say? I been with this party for not so long yet, but I've helped yeah, I helped out save the stone after the attack of the giants from other raiders.
You are the hero that I saw in my vision. And who are you, good sir? He's looking over towards Draven.
I'll make sure I finally put away my sword. He's like, pleased to meet you, Zephyros. I am Draven, Paladin of Tyr.
Ooh. I've heard of this Tyr before.
I do not
who
doubt
you
he
worship?
is a wonderful, magnificent god.
Yes, Anam, the All-Father, is a good god as well. I'm sure him and Tyr are quite good friends. And then he looks over towards Rigby and says, Dude, are you the bathhouse bandit or what? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually.
And who are you, little one?
My name is Rigby. So if you're not here to destroy this town, then what did you mean by set things right?
I am not here to destroy Nightstone. I would have already done so if I wanted to. But I have these visions, and now that you've all introduced yourselves, I'm not mad at all. The entities that spoke to me from the other planes mentioned all of you. Except for you, Frantisek, you're new. But, no, I'm just kidding.
Except that guy over there.
No, he says, these entities have mentioned all of you. And there is much to discuss, my friends. I will take you to one location that you desire to go. I know I have envisioned this, and I know that I need to take you somewhere. So where do your travels lead you, my friends? I will be with you for this journey.
I'm like huddle up, guys. I kind of make like a huddle up motion, you know. I'm thinking if we go to the damn spine of the world, fellows, I mean, that's the longest travel time here as I'm looking at this Sword Coast map. If we get a one-way trip there, at least it'll be a shorter all-around trip if he goes ahead and drops us off up that way.
That would be most beneficial to Morak. You could send riders to the other places and be there in a few days.
Indeed.
The
You're
spine of the
very
world
eager.
is a great travel.
You're very eager to get to the spine of the world. I'd hate to hold that up.
It will be wonderful, I think.
That is true. As long as we have this ride, if we take the most distant trip, it would be easier on Morak to take care of the others.
Yeah, but we also have to send the word to Morak then that we will go up there and he can do the other.
Oh, that will be a simple thing.
Write a note and tie it to one of these gigantic flowers and just drop that shit on it.
Oh.
With the
Dawnbringer
flower,
can-
kill someone.
Let's not do that,
can
Nick.
take it down simply enough. And I point to my little owl perched on my shield.
Don't.
I could also do it. I would like to say goodbye to Relics.
You didn't bring relics with you?
He was down at the inn. He was having breakfast.
Relix is up there with you.
Oh shit.
Rilix is going with you. Actually, Rilix kind of flew up the side of the stairs, following you up.
Yeah, that cat don't listen to nobody.